Welcome back, Diamonds. I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, we are going to be doing some Black History nails for Black History Month. This is going to be fun, so let's go.
I want you to me your light, cause times where you're gonna outshine me. And I'ma stand on the sidelines watching you be outstanding, cheering, chancing, panting. Fruits of your labor years ago, I saw you planting.
Okay, so as y'all can see, I've already have my nails pre-prepped. I have my tips already on, and we're ready to add our acrylic. That is what we're going to be doing today, some acrylic nails. I'm excited about this. It's been a minute since I've done acrylic, and these are the pop-off method as well. So I'm happy about that, so that I could pop these babies right off because they are extremely long. I am going to be using, okay, if I can stop popping everything off. I am going to be using my YN Young Nails Core. Let me turn that around so y'all can see it. It's going to be the Core Clear that I'm going to be using. Open that right up, along with the monomer as well from Young Nails. I'm going to be using my Dynamic Kolinsky brush number 12. This is a bigger brush. I would suggest if you are a beginner or if you don't have that much experience doing acrylic to go down a few sizes. Usually an 8 or a 10 is the perfect size. Alrighty, so I'm just getting my brush all wet. Y'all can kind of see it over here to the side. I just want to make sure that I am getting it all submerged in there, my brush, and getting all them air bubbles out of there so that we don't have bubbles on our nails. Alrighty, so we're going to move on to our next finger. And I am actually going to clean my brush off, and I'm going to move this a little bit closer so that even though it might be blurry, you can still kind of see what I'm doing. So all three of them are looking. Going on to our fourth finger. Hope y'all are enjoying the little subtle music in the background. I really didn't want to talk too much during this. I know a lot of people literally just like to watch the acrylic. I do. I literally go to nail videos just to watch them doing the acrylic part because it's so fascinating just to watch them build nails. Okay, so this is how they're looking. We got done with all 5 nails, got our acrylics on. We are going to move on to filing and shaping. I'm going to clean up the desk a little bit, get everything clean and out the way. Then I'm going to move on. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to do some filing. We're going to get these nice and even and buffed out, and we'll move on. Okay, so now that we have those all buffed out, this is how they're looking. Good, pretty good. Loving that. It ain't the best application, but we got it done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with my base coat, and this is going to be my double rhythm base coat. Just going to go ahead and apply a thin layer on here, and then we'll move along. Going to go ahead and cure these for a full 60 seconds. Alrighty, so now that we have our base coat on, we're going to move on. I did want to show y'all that my little setup, everything's in here. Got some charms, got some letters, of course, and I don't know why I have these in there. I don't know what I was thinking with those, but they're in there. And the polishes that assembles the Black History Month that I am going to be using as well. I'm going to start off by adding a sheer layer onto my pinky nail. We're going to start with the pinky. Okay, so I have that sheer on there. That is how that one is looking. And upon me doing this nail, I realized that I don't even want that color. I actually want this nail to be black. So I'm going to change it, and I'm going to actually have this nail be the black color. Okay, so now that I have this nail cured and nice and deep black, I am going to go in and I'm going to add some of these polishes onto my palette. So I have the Canny 9004. Going to add the yellow, which is 9090, 9102. Red. Then I have my liner brush. I have my liner brush 20mm. Just gonna go in and get some of this yellow. I'm gonna start off with yellow, and then I'm going to add lines going directly up, like kind of doing like smile lines, should I say. So just kind of like that. Okay, so looking just like that. Kind of hard to show y'all that from that angle. So I'll go in and I'll show y'all from this side. So that's how that one look, and it's gonna have to work. It'll look nice. So I'm gonna put that in there and I'm gonna cure that one for 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna move on to the red lines. Okay, so this is how our pinky is looking. I know, love it. So I'm going to move on. And on this ring finger, we're going to go across the nail with all three colors. So we're going to start off with, you know what? I'm going to move that around actually. We're going to start off with red. So just going across the nail like this. Okay, so I went on ahead off camera and added the extra layer on there just to even out those colors. So these are how both of the nails are looking. Moving on to the middle finger, we are going to go in. This nail is actually going to be polished black. So I'm going to polish this nail black, and then I'm going to add some color on this nail as well. So just like that, going to go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds as well. Alrighty, so now that I have that cured, I am going to go in and I'm going to grab my liner brush, which is right here, and I'm going to go in coming up the nail, so this way, just like that, just one line of the green, color her on in. Okay, so perfect. Let's go ahead and cure that and move on to that red line, and then we'll be moving on to our index finger. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. They are looking good. And then on this nail, it's gonna mock this nail. We're just gonna go kind of the reverse way. They are coming together looking really nice, giving Jamaica. Okay, thumbnail is going to be all red. And it's crazy because I cut these nails down and they are still extremely longer than I originally wanted them to be. I was just like, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep them this length and just work with them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure her for 60 seconds. I'm gonna cure her for a full 60 seconds and then do another coat. Okay, so now that this thumb is cured and the second coat is on here as well, I am going to just splash on this nail some yellow and then a splash of some green. Okay, so that's looking like how I kind of want that to look. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this and then we'll move on. Alrighty, so this is how we are looking so far. These are very nice. These are coming together exactly how I pictured in my mind. So, well, how I wrote down, because I'm always writing down ideas. So I'm loving that. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to add a top coat to these so I don't mess up anything. And then we'll move on to some designs. Okay, so now that I have that top coat on there, ooh, shiny. This is our look. And I could just leave them alone, but I am not, of course. I'm going to go in with my charm. So starting with these, if I can get this open. Ooh-wee. Jeez. I'm just going to sprinkle some out because it's a bunch of the same ones. Got some money. We got some guns here. I'm going to use this gun. Got some money. Got all type of little stuff. Oh, I love that. Okay. Got a bigger chain here. And then we get that and the money sign. And then stars. So this is all of them that comes in. And then the rest are just duplicates of these ones. Okay. Sit them down. And let's figure out where we're going to place them. I'll move these ones over to the side there. Okay, and then I got my glue, of course. I think I'm going to, let me see if this picks up. Okay, might take me a second, but it picks up. So I'm thinking, ain't there a... Oh, wait a minute, there is another cross. This is the one I was saying. This one got a diamond. I mean, that one has a pearl. This one here is just a regular cross. So there's two different kinds of crosses in here. And I think I want to use this one. Okay, I'll do it like that. I'll do it facing y'all. Facing the person that's looking at the nails. And then I'll place it. And then just kind of move it around. Okay, so I like that. I think that that looks nice. Okay, and then for this one, I know for sure I want this gun that I have right here to go on this nail. So I'm gonna just squabble some like in the middle. You know, I wasn't sure how these was really gonna look or turn out once they came. So I was a little nervous about that, because you know how you see some charms, they show you the charms and you get these pictures and they be looking oh so great, but then when you get them, they don't look nothing like the picture. All right, let's take a peek. Yes, see, absolutely. And then, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and gonna add some diamonds. These ones gonna be red. I'm gonna get a big red one and a medium red one. Add this diamond right here like that. So just kind of pop it out. We'll move to this one. We're going to add some letters on this nail. Okay, so these are the letters that I have, and I do want to add some letters on the these two fingers here. I think on this one I wanted to say like black magic. Okay, so we got a B. All right, let's just be real careful getting these off of here because they are very thin and they want to break. I mean, excuse me, they want to rip apart. Okay, so that's technically supposed to say black. It's supposed to say black, but clearly can't really read that. Because the type of letters these is, even I'm like looking at it like, what does that say? Okay, but I'm going to keep on going, and I am going to just put black magic then. Okay, so I guess that's how that one looks. So that didn't turn out the way I wanted that to turn out. I was better off like writing what I wanted it to say. So I think now that that didn't turn out right, I am going to actually use my smaller liner brush, the 8mm. I'm going to bring my thing a little closer to me, get that out my way. And it's hard for me to write because I am not an artist for real. So I'm going to do the best I can to improvise. But I was not happy with that. But I'm going to keep it. Y'all really putting my skills to the test right now. Ooh, y'all, I did that. Let me go around this S just a little bit more and calm down, girl. Y'all, I am so happy with myself for creating them letters. I was able to improvise and do something else because them letters that I ordered, I could have kept them where they was at. You can't even read what they say. Or maybe it's just me. Y'all let me know. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. Man, we can't read that. And I'm not even going to put nothing on here because you already can't read the letters. So I don't want to add too much more to it and make it look crazy. So on this one, I want to try to do like this face that I see on my phone. Now, I don't know how well this going to work out, but because like I said, I'm not the best drawer. So I'm just want to try it. And I seen it with some little splashes. I was like, ooh. So I kind of just make a line, and it's like one of those. It's just like an outline. And then just kind of going in this way and adding lashes. Draw my line back down. Okay, and then some lips. So I guess it's supposed to look like that, and then you add just a little dot on the side for a mo. Give her a little mo like that. And that's supposed to be like her. Trying to think if I want to add something else to it, but I think that it's just best that I leave it alone. I'm gonna go over them one more time with some more top coats just to make sure that everything is still in play. That everything stays in place, and then we'll have a final look. Okay, so I added the top coat on them. Y'all, I thought about it. I know what I could put on her head. A crown. Why would I not do that? There we go. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Just like that. Okay. Going to cure that. And then we'll have that final look right afterwards. Okay, y'all, so this is the final look, and I am really loving these. Okay, Diamonds, I must say we did that. Despite all the errors that was going on, I still managed to get through this set. So I'm proud of myself. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. Y'all, please leave me some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think of these nails. Let me know if it was something else that y'all seen that I could have done. I am very happy with them, though. I think they turned out well. But y'all let me know down there in them comments. Happy Black History Month. Until next time.